Record. All right, so welcome everyone. Thanks for coming to our first webinar in a while, for me anyway, but I have my lovely friend here from Tennessee, who is the founder and owner of Lifestyle Scents, and she has been a lover of essential oils for a long time, Judy. I'd like to just, open the floor to just share, to welcome her and to, give her a little rendition of how I do essential oil classes. This is going to be kind of like an intro to essential oils. And Judy, how long have you been using essential oils?
I have used essential oils since before essential oils became so popular. I'd say probably about 25 plus years.
Wow, that's more than me for sure. But I've been using essential oils for about 5 years now, a little less than 5 years. I was introduced in 2013 to essential oils, like properly, because I've always understood them to be something that we burn in an incense burner or in those candle burners. Never really understood their full spectrum of how they benefit us. So I think my journey with essential oils started 4 years ago. So you definitely know a lot more than me about essential oils, but it's going to be fun to share today about our love for the doTERRA essential oils. And what we want to do today is just introduce the 10 must-have oils that every home should have. I really literally think that every home should have these 10 oils, if not any others. These 10 should be in any home. So without further ado, our goal today really is to empower you to take control of your health and happiness. And we all have that birthright. It's a birthright to be happy, to be healthy, okay? Whether it's being stolen from us in some way or another, that's not our problem. We just got to keep striving to make sure we continue to be healthy and happy as can be. And that's, a lot of it has to do with the way we take care of ourselves and our food intake, what we eat, what we put in our bodies, and also how we take care of ourselves in terms of our emotions as well. And for me, essential oils are really not just for the physical benefits, but really for the emotional benefits as well that I derive from them. I'm sure you'll agree, Judy, as well. Just a disclaimer, these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So when we talk about essential oils, we're not really here to tell you that, oh, this is going to cure this or that's going to prevent that. We're not here as diagnose or to, sorry, I'm just moving my window around to make it in a better place. Okay, this is better. Yeah, we're not here to diagnose or to treat or cure or prevent. We have, really established doctors to do that, to help us diagnose, figure out what's going on with our bodies, and then we can go home and take that information and see what we can do as an alternative or, to kind of help our body go back into homeostasis. So just that little disclaimer there. Now, our goal today is really to share what are essential oils, what is everything that has to do with the quality as well, so why we're choosing doTERRA as our brand of choice for essential oils, how do we use essential oils, and then if you're interested, how to get them at wholesale costs like we do. So I'm going to be sharing one part of the presentation, then I'm going to go to another part which covers the 10 essential oils that are must-have for any home. And Judy, please interject at any time you want to include your experience. I know you have some amazing shares. You are a wealth of information. I love all your shares on your page. So please just signal to me. Sometimes I'm in my zone, so just let me know, and we discussed anyways what you'd like to share. So that's pretty cool.
All right, thank you.
So what are essential oils? Just quickly, the background of essential oils: they are the volatile aromatic compounds that are extracted and distilled from plants. So essentially, look at that picture of the peppermint leaf, in the corner there. That is basically the magnified view of a peppermint leaf. So you see those little oil sacs there, those white creamy colored bubbles are actually where the essential oil is contained. Okay, so the white, this is where the plant stores its essential oils, or those volatile aromatic compounds. Okay, so let me just go down this way. Yeah. So, of course, in history, essential oils have been imbibed in our history. So it's been around for 6,000 of years. It's not something new to us. And they've been in use in many types of modalities like food preparation, beauty treatments, and to maintain personal health. So stemming from like ancient Greece and Egypt and Rome and China, it's been imbibed in our history. Now, essential oil science, a little science, that they're actually more concentrated than herbs. A lot of people say, well, why can't I just use the fresh plant instead? Well, you're going to get a lot more benefit from the oil because they're 50 to 70 times more concentrated than the herb of the plant. So, and what the benefit of the essential oil as well is that it affects us on a cellular level. So they actually can, interact with our cellular membranes and go in and do their magic. I like to call them magical in a way, without sounding too airy-fairy. I'm trying to go quickly through this background because I want to go through the essence of what the actual oils and what their benefits are. Mm-hmm. So as you know, and maybe Judy will have a little anecdote here, is that there are different grades of essential oils out there. There's synthetic grade, there's food grade, there's therapeutic grade, and then doTERRA dubbed a type of a grade, if you want to say, it's called CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And they dubbed that term because they've actually created a whole process, a quality control process from beginning to end, which is very rigorous. If you see it sometimes at convention, we get to see the whole thing. And it's just amazing how it's very rigorous and very, very based in, chemical analysis and quality control and quality assurance as well. So all of that is to say that there's a lot of man-made synthetic compounds out there. There's some food grade extracts. There's also a therapeutic grade category, which is good for you. There's a lot of essential oils that are dubbed as therapeutic, but the CPTG really ensures the quality and purity of essential oils. And I'll just talk about one slide, which is right here, the CPTG quality. It sets the bar for purity and potency. So we source around the world for the best quality plants from where the plant grows indigenously in its natural climate. We are also ensuring that the oils are free of contaminants and pesticides, and they're also they're subjected to rigorous testing. So would you like to share your little anecdote?
I would. My 10-year-old grandson, like I said, I've been familiar with essential oils, playing with them and using them for a long time. So, of course, the grandchildren, that's been passed on to them. Well, I had my 10-year-old grandson over, and before I became a doTERRA wellness advocate, I had a number of other brands that I had been using, and you can see I'm saying brands, but now it's just doTERRA. So I thought, well, I have several different frankincense, lavenders, and just anything that was duplicate. Well, I asked him, because he was asking, he likes the lemon, so, I put some lemon on him, on his clothes, just rubbed it on there from the smell, and I said, I want you to do a little study with me. And he said, okay. So I took the bottles, like the 2 frankincense, one doTERRA and one another brand, and it was a blind study. And I said, would you smell this? And then would you smell that? Now, he doesn't know what frankincense is. I had not used it on him. He pointed out the doTERRA frankincense. The lavender was the same. The lemon was the same. Each time that I had him, I guess you'd call it test smell, the oils, doTERRA won out every time.
And this was a blind test? This was like
yeah, I had the bottle covered with my hand, and I had to be sure I had to cover the top of the bottle because some other brands use different colors of bottles. So I didn't want him to see anything. But each time the doTERRA won out. And I just want to add real quick that is why I'm a doTERRA advocate today, is because I did the same thing. A friend of mine was using doTERRA, and we had a girls' tea party, our oily party at her house. So I brought all my essential oils, and she had several different brands, but she had doTERRA. And I said, I want to see what your doTERRA oils are about. Now, to be honest with you, I had never smelled a doTERRA oil. And so the same thing happened with me, and that's why I did that with my grandson, because once I did that, because I had her give me like a test smell, doTERRA won me over. Yes. And that's why I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate, in addition to, and I'll add to later on some of the other business practice as far as co-impact sourcing. But that's my story with doTERRA, and if a 10-year-old little boy can smell the difference, that must say something about the purity of the oils.
It's so true. I definitely have done the little blind tests myself sometimes, and on my own self, like comparing two oils. And lavender never used to be an oil I loved at all, and I never saw why people liked lavender. They would say, oh, put lavender, just, burn some lavender. And I never saw the benefit of it. And I think it just gave me headaches. And when doTERRA came along, I tried lavender right away. I think it just made a huge difference. I didn't get a headache from it, and I'm very sensitive to smell in general. So it's a very soft kind of, very pure, clean oil. So yeah, I totally agree with your testament there. It's amazing. Thanks for sharing, Judy. So what Judy mentioned, I think we'll skip this one, source to you, but basically doTERRA wants you to know the difference, basically, is that, they want you to know the source. So they've created this amazing new website. It's quite new, called Source to You. I highly encourage you to take a note of it and maybe view it on your own time. But it's just amazing how they've merged, what the scientists are doing, what the distillers are doing, what the practitioners are sharing, and how the growers are also there, are involved. So and how we're in the middle of all this. So it's just amazing, from distribution to the whole oil process, of the process of growing to distribution. It's just beautiful to see from this website. So I highly encourage Now, what Judy mentioned is about one of the things that we keep coming back to doTERRA for is, and I know I'm kind of going before, like, where are the oils? Well, we just want to share with you how amazing, we love the company and the people behind the company because of their pure heart and how they take care of the economies all around the world through this co-impact sourcing. So this actually is the turnkey of what makes doTERRA different than any other company with essential oils. There's so many out there. Have you noticed that there's a lot of essential oil companies out there now? It's like, a lot of people are kind of jumping on the bandwagon, and it's great. It's great to see, but at the essence of it all is the heart of the company is what makes the company. So this co-impact sourcing, another thing that you can go check out online, go do doTERRA lemongrass co-impact sourcing, and you'll view a beautiful video about how our lemongrass is sourced. And jasmine and vetiver and ylang ylang from Madagascar. It's just amazing to see the global network that doTERRA has created and the foundation that they've created around the world. I just want to move along so we can get to the meat of the presentation. Let's talk now about how we use essential oils. So when I'm in a physical class, because I do those sometimes, I actually pass around a bottle of peppermint essential oil, and I introduce how we use them in the 3 modalities that we share often. So aromatic is as simple as opening the cap of the bottle and just breathing it in. Okay, so aromatic is, just the breathing in through the respiratory, benefits of the oil. And that's also great to just take a drop of the oil cup and a cup to your nose and inhale it, and it will just give you that aromatic benefit, whether physical or emotional. The topical use is, so whatever is left in the class, I usually say, so whatever is on your hand, just take it and apply it to the nape of your neck and on your forehead, and that's how we would do a topical application. Internal is unique to doTERRA, unique to the CPTD grade, because we're so confident of the purity and we know the process it's been through. So I would actually be able to put a drop of peppermint into my water and ingest that if I wanted to. So it's also up to preference. So if you're happy to do that, or if you're comfortable to do that, you can. I do it, with my daughter as well. I put a drop of lemon in her water sometimes. She'll ask me, Mom, can I have a flavored water? So I'll put either, something mild like lemon or a wild orange, and she'll happily drink that. Just a drop is totally fine. So those are our uses of essential oils. I actually didn't go through the slides, but basically breathing it in. Oh, I also forgot to mention the diffuser. So a diffuser is a great way to take the aromatic benefits of an essential oil. I often have a diffuser going. I forgot to put mine on this morning, but basically I have one going on intermittently throughout the day. Every 20 minutes or so, a little burst of an oil that I feel I need for the day to help me emotionally. Like maybe I need to focus on something, so I'll put some, some beautiful rosemary. It'll smell like pizza a little here, but it's still amazing. Or it's great for, the mental stimulation. If I need to, for example, relax at night, I'll often put lavender and frankincense together just to kind of bring myself into that space of winding down before bedtime. Those are two very soothing oils I like to put. If I want to have an uplifting atmosphere in the house, I'll probably put a citrus oil, so lemon and wild orange, or anything citrusy. So I love how we can have that rapport with our diffuser almost. Do you enjoy your diffuser, Judy?
I do, and I was going to mention that the community that I live in, when I would open my door, because the neighbors, I live in an apartment community,
mm-hmm.
She always said, our apartment smelled like lavender. And I wanted to add with the aromatics, since we're talking about this, at work, some people call me a walking air diffuser.
That's good.
Because I take my oil and I'll put a few drops on like a sock or something. I'll just put a few drops in and take it out of the laundry and throw it in the dryer. And it just makes the clothes smell so good.
It's so true.
And not overpowering at all. You're not dealing with the chemicals. So that's another way that it can be aromatic.
Yeah, and it probably helps you throughout your day. And sometimes we don't even notice how it helps us, but it does. It's just having that. I have my personal diffuser here too. I got it at a convention meeting, but I basically put an essential oil that I feel will support me throughout the day. So definitely the aromatic is one way that I use almost more than topical and internal, I would say. I use my oils a lot in cooking. We'll get to that in a minute, but aromatic is one of my favorite ways of using essential oils. The other ways are the topical. So again, can be applied topically, making sure that you always meet oil safety guidelines. So keeping out of your eyes, ears, and nose. And also, when necessary, diluting with a carrier oil. And we like to use, it's scentless. It doesn't have a scent. It's a fractionated coconut oil, so it's completely liquid. I like to put it in a receptacle like this, just a few drops, and then I put the drop of essential oil I need, and then I take that and I kind of like aromatically dress myself. And we learned about that from one of our leaders here in Australia, and she's really lovely when she does her aromatic dressing. So she has a whole thing. You can go on YouTube and look for her, but basically just aromatically dressing yourself like you do, Judy, on your clothes. So it's a very, very nice way. And the carrier oil is important because it helps with better absorption. On kids, I used to do a lot of webinars, and they were very targeted towards moms and kids because I have my 5-year-old, and at the time she was very little when I started doTERRA, so I was always diluting with her, and I still do for a lot of things topical, but diluting is the essential, the rule of thumb with children, right? And with anyone who has sensitive skin. So we have so many beautiful things that we can apply topically to our skincare line and all. Now we head to the internal, and I'm kind of just showing you more the detailed version of these usage of essential oils. So we have a lot of products that you can actually internally take with the doTERRA. So we have some cough drops, and we have soft gel blends that help us with either respiratory issues or just help us support our respiratory function, and also to keep at bay any seasonal environmental threats. And we have our Lifelong Vitality Pack, which also contains essential oils. We have peppermint beadlets. We have I cook with my oils. Have you ever tried that, Judy, yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Because you can substitute, you know how in the kitchen they will have, like you had mentioned earlier, flavorings and stuff.
Right.
Lemon.
It's
Why purchase something that is not as pure as doTERRA's lemon? Why do you want to put that other in your, I use lemon in my coconut cake.
Wow.
When you can use doTERRA lemon. And I wanted to add, Heba, the little peppermint beadlets there. I have the peppermint beadlets right here with me.
Nice.
I'm at my desk to help keep me alert because peppermint stimulates the mind. I learned that in college.
Yeah.
And they would encourage us to use peppermint as stimulating the mind during exam time.
Absolutely. I love peppermint. Let's actually dive in now with the 10 essential oils that I think every home should have. So we're actually going to start with lavender. And, you know, you tell me, Judy, what your favorite oil is. I'm curious to know, but it's hard for me to choose because, so lavender started off as one of my non-favorites, not the doTERRA one in general, you know, before doTERRA. And then when I was introduced to the oils, lavender became one of my favorites. So I love lavender. It's a must-have. It's almost like a daily use kind of oil. It's a Swiss Army knife of oils. It's very calming and relaxing. It's I'm actually gonna take my essential oils emotions book as well, just to kind of give you what oil it is emotionally, because I'm all about the emotions. I built a website that has an emotions library, and you can search by emotion for the oil you need, and it's based on this book, which is the Emotions and Essential Oils book by Daniel McDonald. So the
I highly recommend, I'm sorry, Heba, I highly recommend looking at Heba's emotions library. It's just a wealth of information.
Thanks. I'm still going to optimize it, so I'm going to be adding a lot more search terms. It's just this mammoth of a task that I still have to do. So thank you, Judy, for tuning that. But so lavender is the oil of communication emotionally, and I always like to kind of refer to the emotional benefit, because you often see a benefit to the physical when you kind of heal or you know, soothe your emotion or express your emotion or allow it to be expressed. So the physical will often be alleviated as well. So what do you use lavender for? I use it mainly for my skin and relaxing and easing feelings of tension, and I use it a lot for skin. So any skin issues, cuts.
Lavender is just my go-to oil. And when you said favorite, I do have several. Lavender is my favorite. I used to make lavender sachets, lavender everything, but I wanted to mention to you, Heaven, you may know this, and to everyone, that lavender was also great for burns. Mm-hmm. Our daughter is a nurse practitioner, and she's mentioned that lavender, the pure lavender oils, are used on burn victims.
Yeah.
Because it's so healing. But I've used it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it is a very
close second.
It's a definite favorite, and great for kids as well. Great for my husband has started to ask for this oil. He's like, I want to pop something in the diffuser at night, and his go-to is lavender. So he's starting to clue in on 4 years later. Funny enough, but
and you can. Oh, and I wanted to mention you can add lavender to your tea also.
Oh, nice.
There's a certain coffee shop, I had never had that before, and they had lavender tea.
Wow, that's awesome. Yes,
So
and lavender cream, like a lavender ice cream. I've heard of some people making some things with lavender as well. So that's really amazing. Lavender, Dr. Hill said lavender has the component of linalool, which is the main component in lavender that eases, feelings and soothes your emotions. So if you have linalool in any oil, you know that it's a soothing oil. And a lot of the oils are actually soothing. So because they have that component of linalool, which is similar to that plant. Our next oil, so number 2, is lemon. When I smelled lemon, it's just so uplifting. It's like, it's just amazing. It's sunny, it's fresh. I love citrus oils. A lot of people sometimes shy away from citrus oils, but I actually love them. They're very, very cleansing and purifying. I actually use a lot of citrus oils in my day, like, lemon in my water in the morning when I want to do a little detox drink before I have my coffee, or just cleaning around the house. So having that lemon fresh smell, you can use lemon with your cleaning products, or make a cleaning product with lemon. It will support your positive moods as well, very uplifting, and will also help with I like to rub it with Breathe, actually. We're going to talk about Breathe in a minute, but I actually use it with a respiratory type of oil to help, break up that phlegm sometimes and just get the cough, to help with the issues of respiratory that we have sometimes. So that's my little thing about lemon. Do you have anything to add about lemon, or?
I do this, and I just can't say enough about the lemon, the doTERRA lemon. There is definitely a difference. That's one of, there were several, but lemon was the one that really caught my attention. The smell, the purity smell of the doTERRA lemon compared to several other really good brands out there. The doTERRA lemon has that clean, crisp, pure smell. And that was the one that really, one of the, I guess, 3 that really turned my attention to doTERRA.
Me too. And if you go on YouTube, that's one of the, I think it's one of the videos that doTERRA have in their YouTube channel about how they source it from a family in Italy, and they have a very close connection with the family. And they also, with that family, they source bergamot. So it's I love that video. Just go look for it. So Italy, sourced from Italy. Our next oil is peppermint. So peppermint, what can we say about peppermint? It's so refreshing. And this one's actually sourced from near you, Judy, in Washington, D.C., I think. And there's a sourcing video about peppermint as well. And it has that high menthol content. But some people have asked me, I think you asked me, Judy, but I've asked the question before, but why does it smell so sweet? And what I understood is that doTERRA only distills the leaf part of the peppermint plant, and not necessarily the whole entire plant, like stems and all of that, but just the leaf. Now, I might be wrong. I might need to do a little bit more research about that, but I think I heard Dr. Hill say that at a convention, where it's the leaf part that we distill, which makes it a little bit more distinctive in its sweet aroma. Okay, so
it smells very good, but it does smell different.
Yeah.
And when I have a grandson I have both of them that are very athletic, and to get a 16-year-old boy onto essential oils, it just comes natural for him because that's all he's known with, growing up around me.
Yeah.
And he'll take the peppermint and he will rub it on his neck, or he'll rub it, and he said it just feels good to the muscles, after he's worked out or after a game or something. So some peppermints will tend to be too strong if they're applied neat, which is without carrier oil, but the doTERRA peppermint is mild.
It's true. I do dilute it sometimes for my daughter, especially. For me, I don't necessarily need to dilute, but it's one of the oils we go to for soothing some tension around this area. So when I have something happening here, I actually just apply, I actually use my touch one. So I didn't bring them in front of me here, but we have the same, doTERRA released the same line that we're actually talking about today, which is the Home Essentials Kit.
Is this one it?
Yes, so that one is already pre-diluted for you, and it's so easy to just roll on your forehead and nape of neck. And I actually go to that. I love those roller ball, the stainless steel ones are amazing. They're just so easy to apply. And, you know, one of my favorite ways to use essential oils is topically as well. So I love to just apply them right on my tummy when I need to just kind of alleviate some issues there. But great in smoothies, great in like a little peppermint tea if you'd like to do it. So I love it. Oh, we recently had a little aha moment this summer because we had a few cases of ants. In Australia, in the hot weather, we get a few, you know, some ants come in the house. And all I did, you know, just as a natural kind of repellent, I just sprayed some peppermint spray in those corners, and they never came back.
Yes,
so
I do not like peppermint.
I was nice enough to them not to kill them. Let's see, let's get to the next one. Okay, so tea tree is an oil. So tea tree is Melaleuca, is an oil that's actually sourced from here in Australia. And well, I'm in Australia. I don't know where other people are, but it's one of the oils that are very, very, it smells very pure as well. All of the oils have a very clean smell. This one smells almost very pure, very clean, cleansing as well. So I was a little bit like, whoa, it's very medicinal, but no, it's very clean. I started to really love the tea tree. And promoting healthy immune function, this one goes into our, you know, little blend that we help to support our immune system during winter. So with our protective blend, frankincense, oregano, lemon, and tea tree, that's my little immune Swiss Army knife, kind of like taking care of ourselves during winter time. It goes on every day, like maybe morning and night. I kind of use tea tree in that blend. Very great for also protecting against environmental threats, but also skin issues. So when my daughter has like a cut or something, I'll just dab on some diluted lavender with tea tree on her cut as well on the affected area. So it'll just help with that skin irritation. So many uses for tea tree. My husband actually uses it for his scalp little treatments.
Yes, it's very good for the scalp.
Yeah, itchy scalp. So he'll pop, he doesn't use this coconut oil, but he'll use actually real coconut oil, the one that you get for cooking. And he'll just make a little, salve for himself, and he'll put it in his hair with some apple cider vinegar. And he says it's solved his problem with itchy scalp and dandruff and all that stuff. So love tea tree, love it. How about you, Judy?
Well, with acne-prone teens, I use the Melaleuca and the lavender
and frankincense.
And yes, and I create, as a 16-year-old boy would say, Mimi, do you have any more of that lavender spread? And he says that Melaleuca is one of the main ingredients, and it keeps his acne at bay because he's always wearing helmets and working out. Yeah. So it's a very good oil, and I have come to appreciate it even more so since I've been introduced to it through doTERRA.
Yes, yeah, especially with something on the skin and irritating as, maybe acne. I would never ever trust anything else on my skin except for something pure and clean. My sister grew up with acne actually, and she was, succumbed to using all the products out there, the gimmicky products, and it wasn't until I introduced her to frankincense, lavender, and tea tree, and I told her how to use it, that she said, oh, well, this is like, it cleared up. Like it may have come back after she stopped using them, but she still has to continue her little regime of frankincense, lavender, tea tree, but at least she knows she has something supernatural that's going on her skin, and it's also helping from the inside out, so at the cellular level as well. So not just something you're dabbing on your skin and solving the external, and it's not actually going and kind of doing a little bit of repairing, which we know about frankincense. It does a little bit of really going into the cellular function of the cell. Now, this one, oregano. Oregano is a must-have in any home, absolutely. So it's
one of those. Heard you mention that so many times to me.
Yes, oregano. Oregano.
I ordered it and I've been using it.
Yes, I don't know how I'm pronouncing it, but basically oregano. Oregano is a very important oil. It's one of the top oils you should consider in your toolkit. It's a great, powerful antioxidant. It does go into my my immune support blend, which I'll show you in a minute. But very great for digestion as well, respiratory. It kind of helps a lot of things. Very cleansing. It goes into when we're feeling under the weather. This is the oil I dab under the bottom of our feet with our protective blend, which is On Guard. We'll talk about that one in a minute as well. So On Guard and oregano is a very powerful combination. And you can also use it to flavor your dishes. Just be very careful and do like a toothpick drop in your sauces or something, or else you're gonna have to throw it. But great oil. It's I can't tout it enough. It may not smell the most pleasant, obviously I don't use this as in my diffuser, or I don't use this topically straight. I definitely never put this straight on your skin. It will irritate, so you always couple it with a carrier oil. But it has, even though you can't really do much with the diffusing part, but some people like it, but you still can. This is a top oil to use, and really beyond it's not just for flavoring as well. It's just beyond a lot of functions that you can help to soothe a lot of functions in your body. Let me go now to the last single oil that I wanted to talk about, because we're going to move on to blends after this. doTERRA has some proprietary blends, but so far we've talked about single oils. Okay, so they're clean, their own oils, and they're sourced. Where is oregano sourced in? Oregano is sourced in Turkey, I believe. Oh yeah, Turkey. Yeah. And frankincense, our frankincense is a beautiful frankincense. Now this one's another one that I tout a lot because, and actually my bottle is quite empty. I use frankincense daily. One thing I love to do with frankincense is I take a drop right at the roof of my mouth. And I like to do that because it helps with my brain focus. It helps with clearing any brain fog and mental kind of clogging of like the mental clarity. It helps with mental clarity. And it helps me with my focus and intention in the day. I use it during my morning meditation and nighttime prayers. So it's a very spiritual oil. I forgot to tell you all the emotional of the oils, but this one's the oil of truth. So frankincense is the oil of truth. If you are having some issues with, speaking your truth, that would be an oil that you can definitely pop on over your heart and speak some intentions and really kind of come into the zone with this oil. It's a beautiful oil. It smells fantastic. It's one of the oils that doTERRA is very well known for, and in fact, one of the oils that we have an exclusive contract with in that area of the world, where we're sourcing from 3 parts of the world, and we bring to you a frankincense that is the best frankincense in the world. It's like three types of frankincenses in one. So you get like the most powerful into one. I can't talk enough about this. I can talk for a whole hour about frankincense, so I'll just reduce it down to what I just said. And if you want to add anything, because I know you love frankincense. Right, Judy?
I do. I've used different brands, good brands of frankincense, and I started researching just recently. I thought, what makes this one so different? And like you said, Heba, they bring together 3 different types of frankincense together, and I believe that must be in addition to, you know, their purity and distilling and growing and stuff. But this frankincense is definitely different than any I've ever used. And what I do is I create my own skincare, and I have for years. And I just take some coconut oil and drop some frankincense and apply it to my skin, my face, my neck, and I let it soak in. You need to let it absorbs pretty quick, but I always, because I wear makeup to work, I always let it sit for about 20 minutes. Right. I just apply it, and then I go and do something else. And the skin, the renewal of the skin cells has been amazing with this frankincense. And like I said, I've used several different brands.
That's a good tip, Judy, to put it on in the morning and then go about do your things. That's how easy essential oils are to use. Just put them on, go do your thing, and then come back and finish your skincare regime. At night too, you can just pop it on and then go to bed, and it'll work its magic throughout the night, you know. And with time, this is the essence of essential oils, is that with time you're going to see the benefits. Like, it may not, some of them have immediate benefits, like you immediately feel different, you immediately see. But for skin, you know, because frankincense, we tout it as the oil that will help with, you know, those little fine wrinkles and just the cellular regeneration, the DNA repair and all that. That stuff comes with time, but with continued and committed use of the oil, not just from the first time, right? So frankincense is one of those oils that you need to use every day, and you'll start to see the amazing benefits it has. And for some things, it's an immediate benefit. Like for mental clarity and for focus and all that, I usually see an immediate benefit, because especially when I put that drop at the roof of my mouth, if you take that practice in, you're going to see that you're going to feel immediately alert and focused, because it goes straight into your brain. There's we say that it crosses the blood-brain barrier. So there's a blood-brain barrier, and frankincense has that molecular constituents where it passes through the blood-brain barrier. It's that fine, and it has that function. If you read some of the scientific papers out there, I'm very based on science, so I have a lot of can I see what the scientific thing of that is? I love to read about that stuff. Yeah, so let's just continue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more blends. So we're almost there. We've done 6 already. So now we're going into the blends. I have them all here. So the deep blue is the first one. It's called Ice Blue in Australia as well. Deep blue is a beautiful, beautiful blend. Okay, it contains some oils in there that you'll notice are all about great for soothing. They're all soothing. Now, if you read into each of them, wintergreen is the oil of surrender. Okay, peppermint is the oil of, I forgot, but wait, I should know this stuff. Peppermint is the oil of, I'll tell you, the buoyant heart. And ylang ylang is the oil of the inner child. And helichrysum is an interesting one. Helichrysum is the oil for pain. So that makes sense that it's in there, because this is the blend that we use to help with pain issues, or to help with alleviating tension in our neck, in our muscles, in our shoulders. At the end of a long day, maybe working on the computer, I actually apply this to my neck, and I apply it on my knees, and I apply it on my, my wrists and all that, just to help support me after a workout at the gym. This is the oil that I will apply before and after to make sure that my muscles are kind of warmed up for a walk or something. I don't really go to the gym, sorry, but when I go, I shouldn't say that. I used to go to the gym, but when I go for walks, for example, or when I do my little workouts here at home, great to apply with a carrier oil, of course, but we also have this in different modalities as well. It already comes in the cream form, so you can use the deep blue rub. It comes in the diluted form, which is the touch, and it comes in its stick form. So there's the roll-on blend which is undiluted, so fully concentrated 10 mLs. And then it comes in the diluted form, the 9 ml Deep Blue Touch. So there's 2 formats of the roll-on blend, okay? Great to just pop on. I would use the diluted blend for my daughter if she needs to have a little bit of, alleviating her muscle pains and growing pains and all that. But I love this oil. It smells beautiful. The wintergreen really comes out in this oil, and the blue chamomile, I think, as well. And you can really, it's very soothing. It's almost like you're, a little... I had someone actually describe this to me one day when I applied it to them, and they said exactly this. They said, it's like as if someone just gave me a warm hug and is just holding on to me. So isn't that lovely? They literally described it like that. It's really nice.
I just wanted to add one thing.
Yeah.
The job that I do is very physically demanding.
Oh.
And I'll take that deep blue and I'll apply it to the calves of my legs, because the calves get tight when you've been walking on concrete or lifting or whatever you're doing that requires a lot of physical activity, especially when you're well over mid-50s, and the leg cramps tend to come more frequent. And that deep blue helps to settle down those leg cramps.
Absolutely, that's so true. I can imagine that this would be a very good oil for a physical type of work. Breathe is the next oil we have, which is also called Easy Air in some markets, the Canadian and Australian market. It's a respiratory blend, and it's a very popular essential oil blend. This one and the next 3 are they're all popular actually, but this one is an extremely popular one because it's helped a lot of moms with their little babies. Diluted Breathe has helped a lot of, moms that had, sorry, I might be confusing this with a Digestion, but basically this one is the oil that helped me when I first got introduced to doTERRA. I had, a lot of coughing issues, and I don't know where they're from, but basically I would just cough a lot in the morning, and it wouldn't really dissipate. So I started to use Breathe and just had my diffuser in the morning and applied it over my chest, cupped it and just inhaled it before bedtime. And all of a sudden I just felt a little bit better and less coughing in the morning. Definitely a lot of more, better respiratory, just feeling that I can, my chest is feeling better and less irritated. So it's one of those respiratory function blends. It's exactly what it does. It helps you breathe. So it minimizes the effects of, seasonal threats. So you can apply it during those cold winter times, or you can apply it when the seasonal times the seasonal threats are high. Really great oil to put at night in the diffuser for little bubs and kids who are maybe just having a little hard time breathing as well.
And Heather, if I could add something, one of the grandchildren, if someone's hesitant on even with dilution, just getting into essential oils, some new moms are a bit hesitant trying them on the children. You can take and put a few drops in the palm of your hand, rub your palms together, and just rub them on the front of the pajamas, and they will be breathing in. It's an aromatic. They will breathe that in, and that's what I've done with I have 6 grandchildren.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in my days when I was little, they used to apply something else instead of this, right? I won't name the name, but basically it was something you'd buy off the pharmacy, and you'd rub that. And I just remember that was like a staple in my childhood. It was like if I had an issue, that would go on my back and my front. And when I saw this, I'm like, it smells like it. It smells exactly like it, but it's the natural form, and that's perfect. So now my daughter,
he was not even 5 years old, and I just put it on the front of his clothes because I was just starting with doTERRA, and I know that dilution would have been fine with him, but I had not used this around him before, and so I thought, well, I'll just give it a try and put it on his clothes, and he slept so well that night.
Oh, that's lovely.
I put it on the bottom of his feet. I forgot to mention that. I put it on the bottom of his feet in neat form, and I put it up here. I just didn't want to put it on his chest and back because I had not, like I said, I was just coming into doTERRA, and I had not done enough research.
Yeah.
But I was sold on it. For children, for adults,
and it really helps you feel. I find when you're able to help your child like that with these oils, my main feeling after that is I feel empowered. Like I'm actually helping her without having to wait the next day to bring her to the doctor. Whatever, I can do something right there and then to help her with whatever she's going through. And my daughter has she sometimes suffers with, anxious tummy. And like the other day we just started school term, so she was feeling anxious. So we popped on DigesTN blend, and I was just able to help her right there and then. That's my main point, is that I feel empowered enough to just help her right there and then and soothe her and tell her it's going to be fine. Just put your little tummy blend on and let's see if that works. If that doesn't work, let's find something else that works, So she's actually feeling this level of empowerment through what I'm teaching her how to take care of herself. So it's a beautiful thing, and I love it, that your share is showing the very same thing. So just a nice little intro to DigesTN right now. This is the oil that actually won me over, or won us over to doTERRA, because my husband has tummy issues, my daughter has sometimes she has tummy issues. So this is the oil that actually helped me straight away. This is the one that can give you immediate benefits as well, among others, but to help ease any feelings of queasiness in your tummy, just give yourself a massage with DigesTN. It's a beautiful oil. It's a bit strong for me right now because I'm like all oiled up, but I can see how it has, the ginger, the peppermint, the coriander seed, the anise, the tarragon, and the fennel all in one. And all of those are oils that are plants or spices that my grandmother used to tell me to drink if I had a tummy issue. Like she would tell me to go make an anise tea or something, or a fennel tea. So nothing is new here. It's all been done before, but we're just having it in this beautiful format, a beautiful blend that we can use straight away, topically, diluted or not. And it's just become so easy to take care of ourselves. That's my little explanation about that. I'm just conscious of time, so I want to go through the last blend and then quickly tell you how you can get your oils at wholesale cost. Because we've talked about the 9 essential oils, and the last one is my most favorite, which is On Guard. And On Guard is the protective blend. It's one of my most favorite oils. So like I said, what I use for my immune support, and I know immune support is really important nowadays, so in general. So it'll be On Guard, Melaleuca, lemon. It's like basically these 5 oils, okay? So, and I don't need to use all of them at the same time. On Guard will be on its own quite enough. But if you want to do more supporting for other functions, you can combine it with frankincense, oregano, lemon, and tea tree in a little capsule or at the bottoms of the feet. It's kind of like your super immune support blend. But on its own, it has orange, cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So all those highly antioxidative effect oils that will really help with bringing in the immune function to its best and supporting the natural defenses of our body. So like I said, 2 to 3 drops in a veggie capsule for an immune boost, or you can just, apply it topically at the bottoms of the feet with with oregano, and you can even diffuse it. I know a lot of people that diffuse On Guard, and it's great for cleansing the air. So On Guard is actually, they have a whole line based on Guard. So you have your toothpaste, you have your throat drops, you have your cleaner concentrate, which I use all the time. I use it for spraying, cleaning. I don't use, any other spray except for On Guard. And also a detergent, I think they have. And what else?
Mm-hmm. They also have it in the beadlets. I'm real big on convenience.
Very. Very
I use the beadlets quite often.
Yeah, just as a quick immune boost. So we've come to the end of our presentation. I just want to show you now where you can get them at wholesale price. We didn't go through this presentation because that would take another hour. But let me just show you, oh yeah, so how to get essential oils. You basically, there are two ways. You can get them at retail. You can purchase them at full retail price. Or you can get them the way we get them, me and Judy and I, we get them at wholesale cost. And it's as easy as opening an account for $35 and then enjoying 25% off the retail price of the oils. There is absolutely no obligation to order every month or anything like that. You can if you want to, which is what I do and Judy does. We order every single month because these are our support tools. This is our toolkit. It's what we use every single day, every single month. I use my shampoo from doTERRA. I use my soap, my detergent, my it's my whole lifestyle. And it's a lifestyle that I built over a year. It's not something I just got right away. So this is the benefit of a wholesale account, is that you have it for a whole year, and then you can go on a monthly ordering if you wanted to, which gives you back tenfold, by the way. It gives you back points that you can redeem. So you can go on a little loyalty reward program and get your oils bit by bit. You build your collection, you build your toolkit for taking care of your health and that of your families. So wholesale is the best way. You can enjoy all the products at 25% off. You even get a free peppermint when you renew at 25 at the end of the year. So one of the wholesale perks, like I said, the loyalty rewards program is the smartest way to reorder in doTERRA. So you get product points when you order every single month. Like I said, completely optional. So you actually increase in rewards every month that you purchase until you hit a certain percentage. And now I'm at that 30%. It's been 2 years now I'm at that 30%, and I'm just enjoying, maybe 3 years, because I did my full ordering in a month to hit that 30%. So I'm actually, every order I make, I get 30 points. Like let's say I make a 100-point order, I get 30 points back, which I can use to redeem for free product. So imagine how quickly that accumulates. I just placed an order the other day. My husband wanted so many things. He's really into the oils these days. It's really funny. And I ordered about $150 worth of free product. So I was able to get, I was able to get $100 or $150 worth of free oils. You also get, a free product of the month if you order a certain way before the 15th. So there's so many perks with the wholesale ordering and the loyalty rewards. But like I said, it's completely optional. We have a few kits that are available for you. So just, if you're interested, just ask me or Judy about how to get started with a kit. We're going to send you an email. In fact, after this webinar, we're going to send you a replay of the webinar with some instructions on how to get started with a kit or a wholesale, just the regular wholesale account where you customize your order. So I think that's the best way for us to kind of leave it at that, because the main information will come to you in that the replay email that we're going to send out. Probably, tomorrow it'll hit your inboxes. I don't know when, but I just have to render the video and then send it, and we'll get that going for you. But I'd like to.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Could I add one more thing for those of us that are on the U.S. side?
Absolutely.
Shipping. We get the shipping at $3.99 instead of the $6.99. And I don't know what it costs in Australia, but if you do, should you decide to order, that's something that you'll want to be sure and check when you're shipping, because they'll give you options. Be sure and check the $3.99 for the U.S.
That is just amazing. So for Australia, they've actually subsidized our U.S. order, and we actually have our own warehouse here, so we don't necessarily have to order from the U.S., but we have a fully operating shipping warehouse here, and we get points for our shipping. So same for you in the U.S., you will get points for your shipping, but the beauty of it is that they've heavily subsidized subsidize the shipping. So you don't even have to worry about the shipping. It's going to come back to you in points. And the beauty of this, the wholesale membership, is that you get to really, you get to kind of enjoy all these free product points that you're going to be ordering, that you'll be receiving from ordering doTERRA regularly, and you'll be able to bring it back into your to your home and really just kind of create that little healthy toolkit for yourself in terms of taking care of your family and that of yours. Now, if you were interested to learn more about how to share with others, that's also something that we'll support you on. With your enrollment kit, you're going to get these beautiful brochures, which is the doTERRA brochure, the living brochure, and the sharing, and the building, if you were interested to build this as a supplemental income for yourself. So there is a lot of benefit in what doTERRA offers, and we're just happy to be on the journey with you, whichever road you take. So it's really, meeting you where you're at and really just enjoying helping you learn more about these oils and what it can do for your life. So let me see if there's anything else. Okay, these are just going through the kits, but we're going to send that to you. Oh, this is the kit that I actually highly recommend here on the left. It's called the Home Essentials. It is what we discussed today, from frankincense all the way to deep blue there, with the diffuser and your enrollment packet. It's the oil, it's the kit that I started with when I got started with doTERRA, except I wasn't as lucky as the folks of today because it didn't come with a diffuser back then. It just came with those 10 oils in a bag, and it was really rudimentary, but it was, nowadays it comes with that beautiful diffuser, the petal diffuser, which is beautiful. I love it, and I have about two, one in each of our rooms. So, yeah. But so how about we open the floor 5 minutes for questions? If anyone had any questions, you can unmute yourselves, and if not, that's okay as well. We're just going to wrap it up. So does anyone have any questions? I'm gonna see. Joe and Terry, thanks for attending, though. I'm really, really grateful that you've attended.
Yes, thank you.
Heather,
yes.
I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to do this. It's a shame more people don't jump on and take opportunities when they arise. But,
You're welcome.
It was great, really great. It doesn't matter how long you've been around. I've only been in the business 12 months, but every time I hear somebody, or even speaking to you the other day with lead train, it's just you pick up something new every time.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. Yes, you know what, Terry, I used to do these kind of webinars way more than I used to do the lead train ones. And I'm just so grateful for Judy being in my, we recently met. So I'm really I want to get back into sharing my love for doTERRA and how I used it and how I got introduced to it, and Judy's just kind of like inspiring me back again. So I'm really grateful.
Well, I'll be watching for more of these. I quickly sent a message to Joe this morning, and within about, I think it was 9:54.
Oh, nice! Thanks for
and it's great for Joe because Joanne lives right out, about an hour and a half from Canberra. It's sort of out there in the sticks.
Yes.
And so she doesn't get the opportunity to, apart from talking to me.
Yeah.
Much opportunity to do all this. So it's really great. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. And we're going to be doing more. So I want to do more with Judy, like more on emotions. And this is I want to say maybe it's really been like our first together. And I think we're going to do a lot more.
Yes, I appreciate Heather so much. And I just want to add that I searched for months for my sponsor, and Heather was the one I chose, and she has been fantastic. So to be honest with you, this was my training session for a webinar. This is my first webinar ever.
That's awesome. No, you're great,
Heather, and I appreciate you coming as well.
Yes, we really do. We appreciate anyone who wants to learn about oils, whether they're, veterans like us or newbies. So we're really happy for having you here. But yeah, I'm just conscious of time as well. So without further ado, we can wrap it up. And if you have any questions, yeah, Judy will be sending an email out and with more information. So we're actually doing this through Lead Train, if you haven't noticed, but we're going to be sending our replay email out through Lead Train as well. So yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Take care, everyone, and yeah, we'll chat very soon.
Thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.